Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy.
My name's Casey.
And for your viewing pleasure, we will be presenting episode 34 of the BangCast. Now, this is actually a very special week, as you can tell. We are not in our studio. We have gone on a BangHead road trip. And where, you might ask? We are at the Twin Pines Family Camp in the Pocono Mountains. So that's where we are this week. And also, we are also joined by a guest. So everyone, welcome back. Creeper on the couch.
What's going on?
So, being that we have gone on a road trip and on a vacation, we're going to talk about vacationing. You know, where we've been, what we do on vacation, and also maybe where we consider going in the future. So, anyone want to start off? Tell us, a couple places they've been on vacation.
Where I've been? I lived all over the world. So, I've been to Austria and the mountains to go skiing on vacation.
Okay.
My favorite vacation, however, was going to Holland because there was a cheese factory, and I love cheese.
What? Okay. Touching on that real quick, what was it? All you can eat cheese in this cheese factory?
You could sample every single type of cheese in the cheese factory.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Is Holland known for cheese?
I'm sure Holland has its own cheeses. I'm sure historically they've been doing it for years. I don't remember the history of this place. All I knew is there was a lot of cheese. I like cheese. I eat cheese.
Do you remember if
I
just
like cheese. I eat cheese. You heard it here first.
But was it just cows, or was there goat cheese and different?
There's goat cheese, cow cheese,
Nice.
toe cheese.
Toe cheese.
How was that?
I don't know what toe.
That doesn't sound healthy.
I'll be honest. Some of these cheeses probably tasted like toe cheese.
Fair enough.
Many things you can say. You can say that you've never met a cheese that you don't like, but you haven't tried all the cheeses in the world if you haven't tried a cheese that
What
you don't
kind of cheese
like.
don't you like?
They got some moldy cheese. Blue cheese
yeah.
Blue cheese is basically a mold cheese.
Yeah,
But
I don't like.
blue cheese is it's
So
a
you
little
didn't-
sour.
So you didn't sample that on the tour?
I probably did. There's so many fucking cheese. I ate so much cheese that fucking day.
Is that where you discovered that your favorite cheese is Munster cheese?
That is not because Munster cheese is a German cheese, and I lived in Germany for 7 years, so I tried that cheese many different times there.
All right, fair enough. Any other vacation spots you've been to you want to share?
Vacation. Honestly, my favorite vacation spot is my own living room.
I kind of figured that answer was coming. So, anyway, well, we'll go ahead and I've been a few places. Been to obviously Ocean City. Been to Virginia Beach. Been to Florida. Been to Mexico. So, haven't gone across the pond yet, but maybe one day. We'll see. Now, out of all those, my favorite one was by far Mexico.
What part of Mexico?
It was Playa del Carmen. Stayed at a resort, but I probably spent about half my time on the resort.
I was gonna say, did you stay in the resort the whole time?
No. But the beauty of that place was it was all inclusive, everything, food.
Yeah.
So anytime you wanted to eat, just go back to the hotel. We did eat out a couple nights and everything. Ran into or met I think I even told this story before on the podcast, but met a really awesome bartender dude who worked at the 24-hour bar that they had in the resort. His name was Choco, or Chocho, or something like that.
His name was Chocolate.
I believe it was Choco.
Is that chocolate?
No, that's no.
I don't know Spanish at all.
I don't know Spanish either.
There's no H.
But what is chocolate in Spanish?
Coco. Coca.
Coca, isn't that cocaine?
No,
I think
maybe.
so.
Don't quote me on that.
So you met Chocolate at the bar.
Anyway, and he was, and, you know, it was like the night before we were leaving. He was like, it was Saturday night. He was getting ready to get off. He was like, "Why don't you come out, me and my friends?" So I'm like, "All right." You know, we had a repertoire. I didn't feel like I was going to get stabbed.
Right.
And, you know, I know just enough Spanish not to get stabbed. So I was all right there. So what I mean, it was fucking. I'll tell you right now, the you know, Mexican and Latin community, they get down.
All right.
They know how to fucking party.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that was my favorite one. You know, like I said, another good one that, you know, comes to my mind. I've been to Virginia Beach twice. I'm not sure if you came with us on one of those.
No,
You didn't. You never did.
Yeah.
Well, you missed out.
No, I stayed and finished Hulk building the glass room.
Okay, fair enough. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, after the graduation party.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. I went down for senior weeks. Senior week both times. Junior year and senior year. So, like I said, a lot of fun down there. Got really fucked up. Really fucked.
Yeah, I heard about the belly skin peeling in the shower and shit.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about that either.
I'm pretty sure you told me. She might have told me. Oh, yeah.
I don't think your mumbling's picking up on the.
Yeah,
That's probably a good thing.
Also, you got to keep in mind that was, you know, fucking 23, 24 years ago now.
Absolutely.
So, memories get a little foggy as you get
Quick
older.
thing about Mexico, you said, you know, you said they know how to get down and party and all that. It's the only country I know of that it is legal to serve alcohol the night before elections.
You can serve alcohol anytime you want to in this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in Mexico.
Oh, you
Mexico.
can't.
Mexico is the only country I know of that the night before elections it is illegal to serve alcohol.
Well, let's be honest. I don't think it's helping them at all.
Yeah. I wonder if... Nah, I don't even want to comment on that. But that is an interesting fact that I was unaware of, Creeper.
Yeah. Yeah, when I lived down in Arizona, we went down to Mexico to party one night. All my friends talked me into it finally. We drove like 2 hours to go to a different part and crossed the border and all the bars are closed. We were like, are you serious?
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. That was
So you just happened to pick the night before the election to go to Mexico.
yeah, and we had no idea. We're walking down the street and why is everything closed? And someone told us. So, sucked. I mean,
Yeah.
we still came back to the U.S. side and had a good time.
I mean, they have to be sober when they elect a new drug lord into power.
I guess
Fair
so.
assessment. Fair assessment.
Apparently.
So, what about you over there, Creeper? You got any particular, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
vacation spots you've been to?
I've been kind of all over the place. I mean, I lived in a lot of places, but vacation-wise, Mexico, I never really vacationed there. When I lived down there, I would go down there for like a day or a night, whatever.
Like day trips?
Hang out, yeah. So I spent some time there. I wasn't really into Mexico too much. Scotland was, I would say, by far the greatest.
Mm.
I mean, when I went to Scotland, I toured Scotland, so I was like all over. I forget all the towns, but like Glasgow, I saw Lake Ness or Loch Ness Monster shit.
You did not see the Loch Ness fucking monster because it's not real.
No, I'm saying
It's
that,
not a
that
lake.
lake. That lake, I was on it.
You said monster though.
I see the Loch Ness Monster right now.
What?
A shit ton of castles like that.
My
Castle
pants are
that-
still on.
the castle that's in the movie Braveheart that they storm in that big scene and all. I was up in that castle and shit. That was pretty nice. Nowadays, my favorite place to go, usually if I have vacation that I can just take time and go, I come here. This is my spot. Nobody bothers me. It's quiet. I can do what I want. You know?
That's the great thing about your own
Talk-
place.
Talking about here, correct?
Yes, Twin Pines.
Twin Pines. All right, yes. Let's move on to that. Let's talk about this because this is the first time that I've been up, and obviously, what are we gonna do when we go on a small mini vacation? We're gonna bring all of our recorder equipment, and we're gonna fucking make some. Period. End of story. So, but I will say, I was quite actually pleasantly impressed. I would say, with I mean, just the setup around here and the scenery and everything. I've had a great time this week.
Now, see, if you look at those pictures on the wall over there, one of those frames has a picture of this place when my uncle first got it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a red trailer that looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
We turned it into this.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
we have worked our asses off
Right.
to fucking make a paradise. You know?
and I'll tell you right now, you should be proud you did, because proud of yourselves. But,
Absolutely. Why do you think?
everyone involved.
That's why I wanted to bring you guys here.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, had a lot of fun. Kind of a shame we gotta go back to work on Monday.
Yeah, it's nice when you can spend like a week. You know what I mean? There's time to do all kinds of stuff.
But however, unfortunately for Ken, he didn't want to leave the air conditioning the entire time. How did you enjoy your week up here, or weekend, weekend?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good. Stay
Yeah.
cool.
Took over
That's
every
cool.
Played Big Buck Hunter.
took over every one of my high scores on Big Buck Hunter. Now this hunting season,
Not all.
I got something to do
Give you something to do.
other than hunt. Once it gets dark out and I'm not supposed to shoot anymore.
You're right. Yeah, I was gonna say he's put the challenge on the board. In the proverbial way of speaking.
Might take me a little while, but I'll get them.
So, anyway, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, once again, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Good time. Good time.
Yep. This place is all about making memories. That's why we did all this, is for family memories.
All right.
This weekend's one of them, you know?
There you go. You heard it here first. So, what I want to know is what each of you likes to do on vacation. Now, I know yours is going to be sitting in your living room.
Yes.
Okay, what do you like to do on vacation there, Creeper?
Me, it kind of depends on where I'm on vacation,
Okay.
you know?
I mean, just general stuff you like to do,
I mean, most of the vacation areas that I would like are more natural stuff. I'm not a city boy. I'm not a beach boy. I'm more into the countryside, hills, and that kind of shit. So, of course, like riding quads or the motorcycle through the hills and shit like that, always a good thing. If you can shoot, then obviously I like to shoot whatever I can play with, you know? I like to just sit and watch the sky and the trees. And, like sitting out on the porch out there, I just sit, drink some coffee, and relax. Something comes out, I can shoot at it.
Yeah, I probably should have said this before we moved on. We do have some special bonus content, you will say, from our weekend up here. So look forward to that in the near future. Just had to throw that out there because I totally forgot.
Yeah, I mean, that's my main stuff, just chilling and, I mean, enjoying whatever I can while I can. Whatever I have the opportunity to do, I try and jump on it while I still am alive and can do it.
Mm. Yeah, see, and now me, I mean, I'm okay with, you can't really call this camping, but I'm okay with being out in the woods.
By any means. It's a
Right,
vacation.
exactly. But I prefer more of like the ocean beach,
Yeah.
beach in general, just sand. I'm a sand guy.
You just described my nightmare.
Sucks to be you.
Look,
Hey, doesn't matter. You're never leaving your fucking living room ever again.
We can drive up the road a few miles, and there's a lake that you can swim in, and they have like a part roped off, and there's a little beach, and there's no sand. It's more like dirty sand, dirt, but not mud. That's the closest thing to a beach I want to get.
If I specifically had to pick a vacation place to go, I would probably choose like a ski trip on a mountainside or something.
Yeah. Honestly, if I could go anywhere in the world and do anything I wanted, I would like to ride a motorcycle across the Alps. I think that would be just an awesome trip to take. Go ride the Alps.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
would
Italy
that
and-
be feasible? Isn't there a lot of snow shit up there?
Well, you got to go at the right time of year and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people that have done it. And it's, I mean, I've seen pictures and stuff. It's just beautiful. I've watched some videos of people that do it. It's just a beautiful ride, you know, scenery, everything.
Isn't Everest in the Alps?
No, that's the way out in China.
Okay.
Different part
What's
of the
the
world.
one that's in the Alps? There's a big, large mountain in the Alps, right? Pretty sure.
I don't know if they have actual. I'm
Well,
sure
either
they do
way,
have actual names for
You
mountains.
should try
No idea.
and ride your motorcycle up the mountain. I'd be more impressed with that.
Up what mountain? I have.
Whichever one's in the Alps.
I've rode it up, up the I don't know about all that. I mean, if I could find a way, I would, but
Right.
they might frown upon it. I don't know about going to jail in some other country.
But I mean, they have roads that go up mountains.
Or going to a hospital in some other country if I didn't have to.
That's fair. I would say. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy, swimming, in the ocean.
Yeah, I like to swim. I just don't like
Yeah.
real cold water. I don't like the
I
waves.
just swim in the
I
pool.
don't like the salt. I don't like the sand. I don't like the crabs. I don't like the sea creatures. All of the above.
Right, but I mean, not to the same extent, but you still get that in the river.
Yeah.
See, I think the reason why I like to stay home is because I don't strongly
Because you're a pussy.
I don't strongly enjoy doing anything. I strongly hate many more things than I strongly enjoy.
You just haven't found the things that you do enjoy.
Well, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff in my life, so I mean, most of it's pretty bored to do it a second time.
You did many things many times that you enjoyed thoroughly that you don't do anymore. I don't blame you for not doing them anymore, but we had some fun and did multiple things.
Right, but I find that my dislikes are much stronger than
Yeah.
my actual likes.
That's definitely understandable.
I just think you're unsociable. You're anti-social.
Yes, I can only really socialize for like an hour and a half, and then I'm done for pretty much a week.
Well, see, I'm pretty antisocial too.
So
but I can
you're gonna go
still-
back to work. And you're not gonna talk to anyone for like a month.
I mean, I barely talk to anybody at work anyways.
pretty antisocial too, but I can go pretty much anywhere and enjoy myself by myself or with like one other person and just ignore most of anybody else that's around. I mean, there's always that one person. But
But it's not really about people. I just don't like.
doing things.
Yes, I do. I like.
Leaving
I like
your
the
living room?
What's that?
You don't like leaving your living room?
Well, in the summer, I specifically do not like to leave the house because I might enjoy it more if I didn't have to suffer through the summer, the entire year while I'm working outside. But other like that, I've had enough of outside for the next 5 years.
I don't know. I like the heat, so I can't say the same.
There's going to come a point in time where, you're going to have to start getting Meals on Wheels because you won't go to the grocery store.
I don't mind.
No,
I enjoy the grocery store.
curbside pickup.
Curbside pickup.
Yeah,
That it? Well, he's got to leave his living room to get in his car.
I'm very
it's
picky.
good for his car to take it for a ride.
I'm very picky about the foods that I eat,
You want to pick
and I want to.
Well, let's go ahead and give that another 2 years.
I mean, maybe in
So-
10 years or so we'll be eating vitamins for meals anyways
So if you could
because
go,
food's too expensive.
so guy, if you could go anywhere and do what you wanted, where would you choose to go?
Well, I mean, even though I am as you could say, a beach, ocean kind of type of mentality. My ideal trip would be to go to France. Now, why do I want to go to France? Everyone goes to France. Now, I want to go to France and watch the 24-hour Le Mans.
Actually, I just thought of it.
That's kind of like one of my bucket list items.
Something I would rather do before going to the Alps and riding the Alps on a bike. Me and Jimmy used to talk about it all the time. He always wanted to go see the Northern Lights, Borealis in Alaska. Him and I wanted to plan a trip many times to go there. I hate the cold, but he loved the cold. But him and I talked about it a lot of times, and I would love to do that one time.
Yeah.
Just to check it out.
Make sure you pack a parka.
You know me, I'll be like Stay Puft Marshmallow, man.
Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal. I mean, obviously, there's other places I want to go. I'd like to go to Costa Rica.
Yeah, I'd like to go
I hear
to
Costa Rica's
Caribbean one time. Just different areas down there, check it out.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing I want to do is I want to, I mean, I know a lot of people are probably going to shit on this, but at some point in time, I just want to go on a cruise to see what the fuck actually happens on the cruises. Because you hear some people say they love them, some people say they hate them, some people say they live on fucking cruise ships.
Yeah, I guess there's all different kinds of cruises. Like when I say I'd like to go to the Caribbean, I would like to do that on a cruise that goes like to one place for 2 or 3 days, and then you cruise somewhere else and hang out.
Yeah, like a 10-day Caribbean cruise. You know, hit up like 6 or 7 islands.
Yep. All inclusive on the cruise, you know.
Right.
So you
stay on the main ones for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what I had in mind too. Something like that. Because I mean, where you going? I don't understand these people that take these cruises up to Alaska.
That would be my ideal cruise.
What?
Well, I mean, there's different parts of Alaska that's just different. You know what I mean?
Right, but it's fucking cold.
But it's not always like that in every area.
Most of the time, it is.
For the most part, but
I mean, they show pictures of these Alaskan cruise ships, and there's fucking ice floating next to them on the fucking ship.
doesn't mean it's cold out.
I'm pretty sure it does.
They're standing there in a t-shirt.
I'd like you to show me this travel
the cruise
brochure.
ship has big ass heaters and shit on it. That's possible, I guess.
Yeah, until they wound up catching the cruise ship on fire.
Yeah, I'm not into cruises. I'm not really into big boats when you can't see land.
No, I can swim.
You still afraid of the sharks?
Fuck yeah. Fuck sharks. Why do you think I don't like the beach?
I've been to a lot of beaches. I've never seen a shark.
Me neither. I never will, hopefully. No, I've seen sharks, but in the
What
aquarium.
It's like Jaws, fucking scar you for life or something.
Probably. I don't know. It's been since it was before Jaws was even a thing.
Jaws was a thing back in 1976, so.
Well, yeah. I don't know. My mom says when I was like a baby, I was afraid of sharks in the bathtub. And it's been an ongoing thing ever since. It is like the only phobia I have.
I feel like somebody was
Sharks!
Somebody,
Laser beams on
somebody,
heads!
somebody was screwing with you when you were a baby.
It's a shark! Couldn't tell you. I have no memory of where it came from, why, but I do not like sharks. Shoot them.
Shoot him. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. I mean, the other place that I would like to go that is on my bucket list is Australia.
Yeah. When I was in Scotland the one time, we were driving down the road, and the people in front of us was people we were with. They knew them. They rode off the road into the ditch a little bit, got stuck. So we're standing there. Now we're in the middle of the countryside in Scotland. Beautiful, man. There's 2 little baby cows on the other side of this wood picket fence, or post and rail fence on the side of the road. And me and 3 of my friends are standing there, so we start mooing at the little baby cows. They're just looking at us. We keep moving at them. They go running over the hill. Next thing you know, man, more cows than I have ever seen in my entire life just come cruising up over the hill and stop right at the fence. Like as far as you can see, both sides, left and right, just cows. And they just stop at the fence and they're all looking at us, just mooing. It was scary as hell. We just got back in the car.
So you were
I mean, I
stared down by a herd of cows.
I stayed on a
That
farm
is
for a
larger
while, and we
than
raised cattle and
did.
stuff, like 50 at a time, something like that. And this was more cows than I'm saying, thousands of cows just came over this hill, like from 2 little baby cows that we moved at. We did not expect it at all. It just, I mean, it stunned us.
Remind me about that story when we're done.
I'll probably forget, but all right.
Now I'll do my best to remember. So, anywhere else anyone wants to go besides you to your, second living room that you're going to put in your house?
I could go on vacation to my second living room. I do have a second living room.
I do want to go
I
to
never even
Niagara
thought about
Falls.
that.
You're welcome. I have just doubled your vacationing opportunity.
Yes, yes, you have.
I've always wanted to go to Niagara Falls and haven't made it there.
Niagara Falls, yeah, okay. I mean, I can see that as long as it's a warm time of year.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Just to check it out one time, you know what I mean? It would be
I don't. It seems like a lot of people say that after they go to Niagara Falls, they say it's kind of like lackluster.
yeah.
Like you were expecting it to be bigger or something.
It's just a waterfall. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
well, I mean, no shit.
but I
But I
mean-
mean, they make it out like it's a big, grand, goddamn, eighth natural
See,
Wonder of the world.
wonder of the world.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of the world to know that there's nothing special about that other part of the world that you wanted to go visit.
See, with me, I'm big on waterfalls. Like, I go to different places. Last time I was up here, we found a place that had, like, a bunch of different waterfalls, and we went and hiked and checked out the waterfalls. And I have, like, a thing about getting to the top of a waterfall, and, I don't know, Niagara Falls is just, it's a waterfall. I want to see it. Like, I have to see them. When I know they're there, I want to go check it out.
Question for you: would you go over the falls in a barrel?
I was just thinking about that when we brought up Niagara Falls. No, I would not.
Yeah. I think the people who do that are just dope.
Yeah, I don't care if it's like $1 million barrel that's made saying I would be 100% safe. Just no, thanks.
I'm surprised they didn't make some kind of a roller coaster ride to go down the falls or something.
There would be too much liability,
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
and with the water and everything, the maintenance
ship
and stuff
all
on
stuff.
it, you know,
I mean, you have to replace it like every year, probably.
probably more than that.
That's another thing. I do
Hate
not.
rust?
Want, yeah, I don't like rust. I do not want to go to another park again in my entire life.
Another park?
One of those roller coaster.
Oh, amusement park.
I am done with those places.
You know what would
Why?
be cool?
Did you have a bad experience last time?
You have to stand in line. I am not fucking standing in any more goddamn lines than I have to the rest of my fucking
I
life.
see a pattern developing
Nothing
here.
but boys.
I want to do.
Like, sir, do you want to go stand in the line?
Well, no, I'm actually kind of with you. I think I'm beyond the age of amusement parks at this point in time.
Before I get sidetracked, we were talking about Niagara Falls and going over the barrel and stuff. Something that, I mean, the roller coaster, I get why that would be tough, but something cool they could do is something like a zip line thing that you're laying on like a stretcher. So you're like Supermaning it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of.
Like lay forward on a stretcher type of thing and just pull the ripcord and you're on it like a zip line.
Well, they probably could set something up in the trees over on land right before the cliff, and then run it
that's
all
what
the
I'm
way
saying.
down so you come through at an angle.
Yep. Or even have like
But I mean, you have to keep your head turned like this while you're.
No, I'm sure they could figure it out to make.
I'm sure they have some kind of like amusement rides or something like that around.
I wouldn't know. I've never been there.
I would guess that there would be. because I'm sure over the years it's become this spot that people
Oh yeah, for sure.
accumulate to.
I mean, the only thing you ever
there's
see
always
on
people
TV,
there trying to
though, is
find out
like
ways
the
to make
boat
money.
that goes up around there, and that's it. That's the only thing you ever see on TV, really. You know, put a rain jacket on, get on a boat.
I'm sure there's a whole bunch of motels that just face the waterfall, and I think that's probably pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's probably why a lot of people just say that it's lackluster.
Right.
It's not really a whole lot to do up there.
All right.
Now,
What about a place that you would not want to go? Like your lease? No way. I would not.
oh, Antarctica.
Do they actually have like vacation stuff in Antarctica?
I know. I mean, shit.
I
If
mean,
you got a
like,
plane, you can
talking
get anywhere in the world.
vacations here. Do people vacation in Antarctica?
Well, if you're a scientist, maybe.
No, I mean like places that people vacation that you're just like, why would you want to go there?
The beach.
His living room.
My living room. That would be boring for you because it's all my stuff. That's why I like my living room, because it's my stuff. This is all my stuff. I don't have to share it with anybody.
See, I wouldn't mind vacationing in his living room for like a day or two. Just a day or two, though.
Yeah, until he starts walking around his house with no fucking pants on.
I wouldn't do that.
I'd probably just take my pants off, get comfortable, be like, all right, it's that kind of party.
Woohoo!
$20 is $20.
$20.
There's a skeeter on my Peter, knock it off.
I'm still thinking about where I really want to go.
That's what I'm trying to think of, where I really, I mean, there's a lot of places I really wouldn't want to, but where people vacation that I wouldn't want to, I would say Mexico. I mean, I've heard some just stories that I just wouldn't want to.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should also be
shit.
said that, I think,
You can stay in like the vacationing areas in Mexico because they're pretty much run by the cartels, and if bad things happen to people there, people will stop going there. So nothing generally bad happens in those kind of vacationing area spots.
But see, if I wanted to go on vacation to a different country like Mexico, I don't want to go there and just like hang out in a resort. I want to go see the country. You know what I mean? Like, that's my point of going there, would be to see the actual, like, what do they call that stuff? Like the way people live and stuff.
culture.
Culture, yeah, to check the culture out, like see different things, and different places, landscapes, buildings. you know.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of
You
got
can't
like a lot of that
safely
experience.
do all that. Like, you can't even drink the water there. I'm a huge water drinker, so what would I do? I would die after the first day.
Bottled water.
You can't bring it with you, and the bottled water there, like, from what I understand, sucks just as much. There's like certain kinds that do and don't. I mean,
I'll be honest, I don't really want to drink the water from any country other than
I half the time don't even want to drink the water from this country unless it comes from a natural spring well.
I trust it more than I would anywhere else. I wouldn't.
I mean, that's fair, but
when I was in Afghanistan, like they would like have like locals bring food and stuff sometimes, and I would refuse to eat anything that they brought. And not because I thought they would poison me, but I think the entire country's poisonous in the first place.
another thing I would never really want to do is snowmobile. Like, I know somebody that's got a place up north and nice house and stuff, vacation house. And he's got snowmobiles up there, and he keeps trying to get me to go up there and snowmobile with him. I'm just not into it. I mean, I worked on his snowmobiles and put some light kits and stuff on them for him and stuff, and do some upkeep on them, but I don't want to go up there and ride them. Like, I don't know.
nah, snow, too cold.
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that.
I'd love to.
I would not.
Snowmobiling.
Huh?
That would be fun. Snowmobile.
Yeah, I don't know. You like the cold, though.
Yeah, I like the cold.
I'm not into the cold at all.
I think it's just my body type because I overheat in the summer, but I am perfectly fine in the winter.
Well, Jimmy was the same way.
Yeah.
He hated the heat and he loved the winter.
And that might be partially my thing about going to the beach because I don't friggin' tan whatsoever. I am fair skinned and I burn immediately.
Yeah.
And I mean I could put sunscreen on, but then I go out in the water and then I'd have to reapply the sunscreen. It's just too much. It's just too much effort. It's not even worth it to me.
Do you know how to cripple a ginger for life?
Make them do roofing in the summer.
The UV
I was going
light.
to say, leave him out in the sun for a day.
UV light.
Yeah, well, maybe. Lock him in a tanning bed.
But I can handle the winter. I'll just put a couple extra layers on. I mean, as long as I'm moving, I don't get cold.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me. I'm good for a little while, but I just get cold. Like the only time that I will willingly go out in the cold, it's when I go hunt. Rifle season, I bundle up, and I go out there and I sit. But once I sit and just stay still, I get warm inside of what I have on.
Well, that
If I start moving, as soon as I start moving, the air flows inside my clothes and stuff, and I get cold again, and or I sweat, and then the wet gets cold. I have to sit still with what I have on and just stay covered, don't move.
I think the problem is that you're not moving. I think that would be more of the problem.
No, it's when I move I start getting cold. If I sit, I can sit still for, I don't know, 12. How many days how many hours of daylight do you have in hunting season? I want to say probably at least 8, 9.
That's one thing that's not good. I don't care if I get to shoot something. I'm not sitting in a freaking tree for 8 hours or 2 hours at that. There's no way whatsoever I'm
It's
sitting in
the
a tree.
best thinking spot in the world.
You know where I can think?
On your couch?
In my living room.
You don't think the same.
I thought you were going to be like, oh, my toilet.
This is
I can
one,
think there too.
this is one you wouldn't understand unless you sat in that tree. You know what I mean? To me, it's just like, I don't know, it's a thing. I get up in that tree stand and sit there, and it's just out in nature, quiet. Get a squirrel driving you crazy or a chipmunk here and there. You want to shoot them, but you don't want to scare deer away, so you just deal with it. You know, a squirrel can be louder than a bear.
Interesting fact.
Yeah. You're sitting in a tree stand and a squirrel comes from half a mile behind you, you can hear it. By the time it gets to you, you think there's a bear behind your tree, you look and there's a squirrel.
I can tell you squirrels, I guess, are not that smart then. Because you'd think they'd be a little more stealthy, being like the little creature in the
Oh
forest.
no, they absolutely can be, and during squirrel season they are. But in deer season, they're the loudest little fuckers in the world.
Well, there's other things that'll eat a squirrel than a person.
What's that?
There's other things that'll eat a squirrel than a person.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I don't get it. That's another thing you'd have to sit in the tree stand to understand, because we've sat out here how many days now? How many squirrels? Well, you haven't really been out there, but how many squirrels have you seen
Actually, not that many, a couple, but
out here?
just out here. Or,
Yeah, just right around here.
maybe what we see one that one time we were driving by.
Yeah, and that's it.
Was it squirrel season or something?
But no, it's just that you don't really see them much. They're very stealthy like that. But come deer season, them motherfuckers are out and about, and just they know where your tree stand is.
Maybe it's just the season.
They know where your tree stand is. They meet up and have.
Well, what
breakfast, and
what
they're like,
season is?
I'm gonna take the west side. You take the north.
What
Yeah.
season is deer hunting season?
When is it? I can't think.
Is it fall?
No, archery's in the fall. It's more winter. Right after Thanksgiving.
Well, in the fall and in the winter, they're burying nuts and berries and whatever they can find.
Yeah.
And they have to dig this stuff up
Well,
in
see,
the winter.
that's archery season. That's usually what it is.
Right.
You know, and they drive us nuts.
In the spring, they just generally everything's plentiful. They just go out and grab the stuff.
Yeah.
And then in the fall time, they start burning things.
Yeah. Wintertime, rifle season. See, I hunt both seasons. Archery is fall. And then rifle season is the week after Thanksgiving. It's the 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. And rifle season, it kind of depends on the weather with the squirrels. Archery, no matter what, they're around. They're going crazy, drive you nuts, because that's right after small game season. You're not allowed to shoot them anymore. They're like, haha, you missed all. I haven't small game hunted in years, but still.
Right. And I mean, there's not much there. You got to shoot a lot of them to get some meals.
Not really. If you got 4, I mean, I could eat 4 for a dinner with another side and a vegetable or whatever.
Right.
Someone like the 2 of you could probably eat 2 or 3 apiece.
But then you got to get 3 of them instead of just 1.
Well, it's actually, if you go out hunting for them, it's not hard.
So our snares illegal?
What's that?
Are snares illegal?
Snare?
Like a little trap?
You have to get a trapping license and stuff. I don't know how all that works. I don't know the legalities behind it. You can do it, but there's different permits and licenses for trapping and fur taking and all that stuff.
That sounds more like my kind of game than sitting around waiting for something to pass.
Yeah, that's how I
Well, no,
and I'll be
it's
like, yeah, I'll come
small
check in
game.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, you're saying about a squirrel being not a lot to eat, and small game when we hunt, we would take the shotguns out with like the bird shot we were messing with, and you go walk around in like that field over there and try and kick them up, and a rabbit takes off, and we all just start blasting at it. You know, a squirrel takes off or a pheasant flies, everyone tries to take a shot. And then you get your bag limit. If we each get our bag limit in a day, you can make a nice pot of soup. Something like that, a chili, and
All right. Well, fair enough.
or just roast them up on the grill. I've taken squirrel and just skewered them, stuck them on the grill. Salt, pepper, garlic. Chow down. Little
There you go.
teriyaki sauce.
Squirrel cooking tips from Creeper on the couch. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and wind this episode here down. I will once again thank you for having us up. Good times.
Always.
Only one problem. The fucking flies.
Alright. I'll tell you what, next time we'll trade out the air conditioner for the flies.
I think we just
Okay,
need
we'll come in the fall.
you just need some real fly traps.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was saying about getting the fly paper.
Yeah, the fly paper is the best thing.
I don't know, we thought them trap things might work, and they obviously didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was a valiant effort though.
yeah.
Sure, but anyway, once again, like I said, thank you for having us up.
Oh, wait, real quick. With the fly thing, last time we were here, we researched it, and it said that flies don't like the smell of Lysol. If you have Lysol around, flies won't come around. So I took a bottle of Lysol and dumped it under that deck and like washed parts of that deck, soaked it down.
I heard this story. Was
It
it
is a myth.
Lysol or Pine Sol?
Pine Sol, my bad. Yeah, Pine Sol. It is a myth. It's busted. Does not work. Flies don't care.
There you go. From the man himself. Pine Sol does not keep flies away. So,
And the green traps on Amazon suck.
if you give me the brand name of that, we will post that down in the description.
You gotta, I don't know.
I guess they work in a pig farm, but they don't work here.
They don't work at a horse farm.
They work in a pig farm where there's 1,000 flies like everywhere that they're gonna just fly everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why they get stuff like that.
Anyway, tangent. But there we go. There we have it. Episode 34 of the BangCast. Talked about vacations. Where we've been on vacation. What we do on vacation. Where we like to go. And where we would like to go on vacation. And even flies at the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm of course Gregor Guy.
My name's Casey.
And Creeper on the couch. Thank you for actually, I do believe he is our first returning guest.
I'm sure I'll be
Come to
back.
think of it. So, thanks for joining us here today. And ladies and gentlemen, everyone out there watching, enjoy the rest of your week.